Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Soldier Field. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 22. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. A full left side taken in by Kmet. Touchdown! Cole Kmet. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. And some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of can converge on that spot.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. On 2nd down, Mostert. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And he'll be out right at the 35. And a first down. One play action. Fields out to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Play action, Fields. And he'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, Barry, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
third down they go, Montgomery. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Fields now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete to his running back, Wilson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw again on second down. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the gun, it's Tua. And a completion to Wilson. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Consecutive catches for him, that good for 11.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not good.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jeff Wilson, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Back to throw, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Velus Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
You can do it, baby. Come on, set.
Tua, a final shot before half. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lane?
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So further on the sack, and speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Jones. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The 71 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Tua. He completes it to Wilson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Tua. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. He sent it back, and how this game's been going.
The coverage we just saw break out on third down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Tua on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Two are going to try and throw for it. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and he'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Fields. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for Bears touchdown. So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for two is snuffed out. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a three-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Gesicki hauling in the quick throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wilson with a first down carry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. Here's Tua. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Going right back to Wilson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Ready. Shot. 17.
They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Tua going to throw. Oh, Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
82 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up.